Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie and this is a Sparpanzer, the RU 251 Tier 8 German light tank, which is a tank I'm really enjoying, and it's really helping me get closer and closer to the elusive T55A, the Tier 9 reward tank for completing the personal missions. I'm on my last mission of that whole series where I need to do 7,000 spotting, assisted and or a combination of damage done. I'm really close. I've done all the other missions. I'm really close to this one, and I think the Sparpanzer is really going to help me. And a game like this is where I'm going to get pretty close, if not get it. You'll have to wait till the end of the game to see if it's the game that I get it or not. I'm lighting up the AMX-12T, the T32, as well as the OHO and the T34-100. They're all getting lit by yours truly, and I'm picking up some spotting damage on all of those tanks as our heavies and tank destroyers move into the city on live oaks, which is unusual. Generally the bulk of the game happens down towards the railway line, which is where our mediums have gone, apart from the Object 416, which can often play like a heavy. That T32 is on 382 hit points, most of that spotted by me, and I put in 222 just to try and help finish him off, and our T54 lightweight does the rest. I'm still not spotted, so I'm getting back into this bush to try and continue to light those heavy tanks, as well as the Tiger 2, which is camping at the back, which I'm getting a little bit of assisted damage on there. Now those ones there, the Onai and the Oho, even though my spotting mod is telling me that I'm getting the assisted damage, it's not always that accurate. Those heavy tanks and tank destroyers that are in the city, they can likely see him for themselves. Sure, I'm spotting them, but if they would have seen them for themselves anyway without me spotting them, then I'm not going to get the assisted damage. So I'm hoping people shoot that Tiger 2, which is sitting pretty much in the open. He probably doesn't think he's spotted. He's just kicking back and trying to snipe from where he is, which is probably, in my opinion, not the best place for a Tiger 2. It's been a long time since I've had one, but from memory they have pretty good armour and can do a fair amount of damage. We get rid of, our 216 gets rid of the Onai, which only leaves the Oho out in the open. It's on 629 hit points, and I'm trying to keep that AMX-12T, the T34-100, the Czech Tier 7 medium tank, as well as this Tiger 2 lit up. I'm still very hesitant to fire because that AMX-12T, even though it's a Tier 6, the Tier 6 can see me from where he was last spotted on that hill. Looks like the T34-100 is backing up a bit. It's still a pretty even game at 3 apiece, but our heavies are moving forward, so it's time for me to do the same. I've spotted the 1390, which is another dangerous light tank for me. The T54 is moving through, so are our heavies, so it's time for me to go and try and keep them lit from the side and do a few sneaky shots of damage. I'm only sitting on 222 hit points of damage at the moment, but that's about to change. See the 1390, I fired that clutch, didn't really aim properly, but I'm not worried about him because he's running away from me. Put a shot into the Jack tank to make him a one-shot for just about any other of our tanks that are pushing onto him. 1390 gets killed by a KV-3, which is a very handy tank to get rid of. I take out that 34-100, and that 12T's days are very, very limited looking at all those tanks that are surrounding him. I try and put a shot in, but it just doesn't work. I've done 564 damage, picked up a kill, and now I'm heading back to the railway line, straight across the water, to try and keep these tanks lit. You can see the Type 4 heavy. That's another 2,000 potential spotting damage. Same as with the Jag Tiger, that's a 2,100 potential spotting damage. I'm thinking that I've already done a fair bit of spotting damage in that engagement for the town. So I'm trying to get into a position where I'm on one side of the railway lines. Even though I'm spotted, I'm on one side, so their big heavy tanks shouldn't be able to shoot me. And I'll put some damage into that Bulldog. Getting rid of that Bulldog will make them blind, and they won't be able to see what I'm up to. The Jag Tiger's been taken down to 4,445 hit points, so he's only one or two more shots and he'll be gone. Get rid of the Bulldog. I'm a little bit worried about those tanks behind me, the T29 and the Type 4. They can both put plenty of damage into me, so I'm moving under the bridge to try and keep the Jag and the IS-3 lit from down below. All of their tanks are in that same area. Jag gets taken out, which is very handy. That's got a very handy gun. Bit of a loose shot towards that IS-3. It wasn't even in the same postcode, that shell. Moving around to try and keep him lit and also to try and track him, but I found that M40, M43, the Tier 8 American artillery, and I can't help myself. I've got to put a shot into him and take him out of the game as well. That's my third kill. And somehow I've picked up 1874 damage. I'm moving back down the hill so the IS-3 doesn't have the gun depression to shoot me. Even though I've got 1,000 hit points, I don't want to waste them. Put a tracking shot into the IS-3 hoping for some more assisted damage. But it looks like by the time anyone does any damage to him, his tracks are fixed. T-29's only on 49 hit points, so I'm focusing on this IS-3. I auto aim as I'm going over and throw a shot in. And artillery puts him for 700. 249 takes him down to a one shot. And one more shot into his backside, takes him out of the game. And even though that T-29's a statistically very good player, he gets killed by our object 416, which gives us a pretty comprehensive win in a game that XVM was only giving us a percentage of chance to win in the 30s. Looking at the post-game battle result, the coveted Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, Spotting, Medal, Bruiser, Fighter and Fire for Effect. Looking at all those tanks, that's over half the enemy side, which I spotted, killed, damaged and got assisted damage too. Second page of the post-game battle results, 1,337 base experience, 4 kills, 2,261 damage done, as well as 3,205 damage spotted. So not quite enough for my 7,000 combined for my T55A, but I will get there. It was enough for an ace tanker, which is always worth high-fiving a few people when you see them the next day when you get an ace tanker in any tank, especially a light tank like the Sparpanzer RU251, a tank that I'm really enjoying, and not a bad profit, 21,000. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I fired some premium ammunition going by the 27,000 ammunition costs. I hope you've enjoyed this replay. It was a great game for me. I was really excited. I really thought I would have got that mission, but I just didn't quite get there. I think when those heavy tanks were engaging their heavy tanks, none of that spotting damage was by me because they were spotting those tanks for themselves. Thanks for watching this replay with the Sparpanzer RU251, the Tier 8 German light tank. It's a tank I'm really enjoying playing, and hopefully it'll get me that mission soon. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you all next time.